Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm VR Player. Today we're going to be doing some Blade and Sorcery commentary because it's been a little while since I've played this, and now kind of Bone Lab's taken over my channel, and by taking over my channel, I mean it has one more video than the rest of the things on there. So using some of this, and a little bit of this, we're going to tell some interesting stories about where I work today. Let's get on with it. Alright, today I'm going to be telling you guys some stories about from where I work, and in case you don't know, because you haven't watched my stuff before, shame on you, I work at a grocery store. And it's a pretty great store. I'm not going to say exactly which store I work at, but I will tell you that we pride ourselves on our customer service. It's been so long since I've played this game because I've been doing a lot of Bone Lab content. I forgot how to play. So I started working there a couple months ago, probably like May, and it's been going pretty good. Been making the good dollar on the side because clearly I'm not making anything off of YouTube with like 16 subscribers. And on that note, do consider subscribing because it's free, helps me out, and I really like watching those numbers on my screen increase. Or you end up like this guy without a arm, without a shoulder as well. It took me a while. I applied in January, and so I didn't get a call for a while. And so the way to get a job, if they're not answering you, is to dodge repeatedly because these archers are so bad that I just broke her neck. Anyways, the way to get a job is to bother them over and over again until they agree. And that's what I did. I went back once a week on Sundays around 4 o'clock. That way I knew I'd get the same manager because the managers do like work in certain patterns for some reason. So nonetheless, even after I did that, it still took me like 14 weeks to get into that store and get an official job. But I'm working now, and that's what matters because I gotta have side money coming in. And I say side money, it's actually my main money because, like I said, this isn't making me no money at all. But that's alright because nobody's big starting out, and I'm going to get there eventually. Whether you like it or not, I will make it. There's a lot of training that goes on. It's a lot of digital training, like, oh, you gotta know this, you gotta know that, how to put things in a bag. It's pretty standard stuff. That was the easy part. You like to take a quiz on what you learned afterwards. But the best part about this to me, and why the whole time I had trouble focusing during these whole time of digital learning, was the name that they gave these digital tutorials. So they went under an acronym, and this is what the acronym stood for: computer-based training. Alright, and so take the first letters of those 3 words and you got yourself an acronym. However, I'm not even going to explain it. If you know, you know, and if you don't, well, you're as good as this person. And they're dead. So I do a lot of these computer-based trainings, as it were, a lot of the CBTs, and eventually I finished them, and I said, alright, I'm ready to go out into the store and do this for real. But they're like, no. You watched all those, you wasted a lot of time that I don't even know, I don't know if I got paid for that. I might have got paid for it, but I never asked. But, so, whether or not you got paid for it is still unknown to me, but I'm going to assume that I did, so I feel better that it wasn't a total waste of time. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to start bagging groceries for people. And I'm going to do whatever else they ask me to for people. And I said, alright, this is great. And then I'm like, nope, you still have to train with somebody, with an actual person. I'm like, what? Why? This is ridiculous. What was the point of like those 2 hours of all that digital learning content, of all the CBT that I went through? It kind of hurt me, like the CBTs. But the guy, I say guy, he's actually a kid. He's probably my same age. He was really nice, and I trained with more than one person, so I got a lot of expertise in a lot of different areas. And I say expertise makes it sound like I got a bunch of old wise people. They were all my age, or maybe like within a year of my age. So, but they were working there longer than me, so I took what I could get, and I moved forward. The first day I'm working, I'm still training, so this is my training process. This is getting me acclimated. Oh no, I just said the name of the store. Cut it. Shoot it with a gun. But the first day I worked there, this guy comes in and he does like an Elvis impression in this line. Oh, lying about my groceries, blah blah blah. He does that, and so I do one back to him, saying, "Oh, you have a great day," blah blah blah. You know, something along those lines, whatever. I was trying to humor him, you know, and so he's like, "Oh, that's pretty good. You want to hear another one of my impressions?" It's okay. Customer service, yes, I would love to hear another one of your impressions, sir. Please, go ahead. And so he okay, let's pretend these are people at a store who aren't trying to kill me. He goes, "Everybody, I would like your attention, please." And he goes like this. And he starts yelling, screaming. And now, in my head, I'm like, oh man, this is bad. In case you didn't get who he was impersonating for my incredible scream there, we're probably going to get the cops called on my house. I'm pretty sure he was doing Tarzan. And I'm like, dude, what the heck? What's going on? And like, my trainer, he was looking just as confused. Neither of us had a clue what was happening or why it was happening. Your knee is destroyed. And so he's yelling up front, and then eventually he says, "All right," and then he leaves. Now he screams. He actually did one other thing. He screams. He turns to me, or he doesn't turn to me. He turns to everybody else in the store, and he goes, "It's their fault," and leaves. And you know what? I have yet to see him again from that day. I have never seen him again, which makes me think he's from out of town, that he escaped from a mental asylum, and they recently got him back in. I haven't really had anything along those lines happen to me since then, and I'm kind of glad for. Oh, nice shot! I'm amazing at this game. I've had a few funny interactions with people, but nothing really worth telling about. But since you get they do performance evaluations in August, I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm ready for my performance evaluation this August. That's already happened. And so the one thing that comes with the evaluations is a pay raise. And so I'm desperately wanting to get out for this minimum wage and make a little bit of money. And a little bit, well, let's say a little bit of money, a little bit more. Oh, that's good. That one felt good. Oh. It doesn't matter, I got a healing factor. So pay raises happen in August. And I'm ready for these. It's just, I'm hyping myself up. I'm like, I don't know when it's going to be. And it came towards the later end of the month, so I eventually just gave up. Like, okay, I'm not getting a pay raise, blah, it's sad, I'm not going to work here anymore. But they did give it to me, the tail end of the month. And when they give it to me, the assistant customer service manager came over, and he's, "All right, come into the office with me," which just sounds like a very bad beginning to a kidnapping story, or like something where something terribly wrong happens. But no worries, he was a cool guy. He still is a cool guy, and he gave me my performance evaluation. He told me, he read this off of a monitor, my review, and I did pretty well. I was right where I needed to be, maybe even a little bit above, for my, oh my goodness, that came really close to my eyes, for where I needed to be at the time, for the length of time that I was working there. So that was nice. I got the interaction with customers, I was the lowest rated on, but I was rated really high on dependability, which is good because I want people to think I'm dependable. I want people to like me, be able to trust me with their deepest, darkest secrets, that if they don't give me a pay raise, I'll be able to get them fired. And I'm glad people define me dependable because that's what I want. That's what I strive to be, dependable, good at my job, knowledgeable, all of the above. But the interacting with customers, I was rated low because the cashier do a lot of the talk, and they immediately intercept them like, "Hey, how are you today? Did you find everything you were looking for?" And they start like a 20-minute conversation while I'm trying to bag these groceries. And that doesn't really give me room to just talk, because I feel like if I intervene and ask anything, "Would you like paper or plastic?" That would be rude if I just interrupt, except for when it's necessary. And then sometimes I'll ask, "Would you like this gallon of milk in a bag, or would you like this gallon of water with condensation on the outside in a bag so it doesn't get the inside of your vehicle wet?" And so I just do a couple things like that, little bits. But here and then, a customer will talk to me. And then I engage in a conversation like a very good and well-rounded employee should. But unless that happens, I'm not really talking to everybody, which I don't really think is that big of a deal, because the cashiers, they got that covered, man. I don't need to be there for that. How did you miss? We were at point blank range and you missed that. You deserve an axe in the skull. Blunt force trauma. But recently, you know, I picked up a shift for somebody because, once again, dependability high. And the shift was from 4 to 9:30. Yeah, 4 to 9:30. And I read it as 4:30 to 9 or something like that. Something that started at 4:30. So I'm chilling at home in my uniform, getting ready to leave at like 4:07. I'm sitting on the couch and I go to my desk to check my phone and I see a call from missed like 10 minutes ago and I'm like, "Oh no. What's this?" And they left a voicemail and it said, "Hey, you were supposed to be here at 4." And I'm like, and so I immediately hightail it out of the house as fast as I can. I've never driven so fast. They say humans weren't meant to fly, but I guess that's why they invented cars. And I actually don't work that. I don't work that far away from my house. It's like a 5-minute drive if you go the right way. I think it took me 2.5 minutes. Get out of here! Out of here! You're a clown. You're not loved here. Leave. Right this instant. Down. Straight down. There's no airtime. And I get there, and I'm calling the store on the way. Alright, I'm sorry, I misread the schedule. I'm on my way now. Please don't get somebody to pick up the shift that I picked up from somebody. So, you know, I didn't get yelled at or anything. They didn't bring me into an office and chastise me for being like 15 minutes late. But I know in my heart, I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is a terrible thing that I've done. How could I be so stupid, so careless not to read the schedule? I did read it, not to read the schedule correctly. And I already called out on a Saturday earlier this month because I had to take the SAT for school. So that was a pretty valid reason, though. So I don't think they were very happy with me about that either. But they really couldn't do anything about that. Those attempts cost $60, and I'm not gonna miss it because I had to work like a very small shift that they gave me. No, what's a gun? So, the day I was late, I'm like, oh no, this is bad. I mean, everybody has a few absences once in a while where they say I have to call in. And I think I had one of those the whole time I'd worked there before my first performance evaluation. And that was because I had a sustained injury at the gym, and it was hard for me to walk, let alone just like stand in place for a few hours. And like reach over, leaning over, it would absolutely destroy me. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm screwed. My dependability score, absolutely done. Forget it. I might as well leave the store because I'm never recovering from this one. So I wouldn't be surprised if I come the next performance evaluation, I have like a 5 or even a 6 if I'm lucky, and I really keep up the good work that I've been trying to do because I'm trying to bring up interacting with customers. That way, it'll make up for, because some of the sections on the review were worth like double points. It's like a grading system, like school. So I'm trying to bring up the areas that are worth more points that I didn't have as many points in already. I'm kind of doing okay. I don't know. They're probably not thinking. They're probably like, this kid's an idiot. How on earth did he get in here? Because like he wouldn't stop bothering us if we didn't let him in. And that's quite frankly how I came to work at this incredible store. But it's going well. A few people I've talked to about being late, they're like, okay, it's not too big of a deal, but I just can't get over it. I'm losing sleep at night thinking, this is bad. Enough of this. And I fell. This game is bad. That's not all bad. I made a few friends at the store, and I say friends, I mean loose associates that I can talk to because I have bad social anxiety. And I don't like talking to new people, which is, well, good thing I got a job in customer service. You know, I worked the closing shift a lot of times, so I ended up mopping the store a lot. But I think I'm actually better at cleaning and, like, doing all the stuff where I have to, like, sweep the store and, like, mop the break rooms and stuff. I'm a lot better at that than I am at, like, anything else. It's kind of strange. I don't know. But, I do work a lot of late shifts, mostly because of school. They're not allowed to schedule me before a certain time. So any of the shifts I do get are very late, and it makes me sleep deprived. This guy's dead. He's not alive. That was a terrible throw. See, I'm trying to be like the best employee that this place has, but it's hard when life gets in the way, and I say life gets in the way. I have very little life. This job is mostly my life now when I'm not in school. There's already people there who I feel like just don't like me, and I can tell just by the way they look at me. Like this one person who works behind the customer service counter when you walk into the store, I can just tell she hates me. I'm not sure why. I've done nothing to her. I ask questions when I work. I'll never ask questions in school, but I do when I work because I feel like that matters a little bit more. I gotta know what I'm doing, and I have to know how to do it well, which is something you should always strive to do. If you have questions at work, ask. At school, I guess if you're not confident, you should ask. And if you want to get made fun of, you should ask. I'm just kidding. If you have questions at school, do ask your teacher. It's important. I got a text from a friend today because she didn't email her teacher about an assignment that she procrastinated on, and now she's gonna fail. But I ask questions because I don't know everything at the store yet, like she probably does, because she works there for like a long time. And so I was like, okay, how do I do this? I don't ask that many questions now because I've learned. I know what to do. But turns out if I have any questions, I don't ask like the bigger employees. I ask the people who have the same job as me, because I know that they're not likely to make fun of me as much or look down on me for it because I'm new. This guy's have a seizure. But I still, to this day, I'm pretty sure she doesn't like me. Every time I talk to her, I'm like, hello, she's like, hi, and she gives me like a cold smile that's not real, because I've seen her talk to other people, like other employees that she actually likes, and I just feel, oh, nipple piercing. Or maybe I'm just imagining things, and she's just a naturally cold person. However, I like to think that she doesn't like me, because it does. I don't actually know why. Because I'm pretty sure she doesn't. That's why, because I'm confident that she actually hates me. But there's other people there who really like me, and those are mostly people who work in like cashiers with me, or who I also happen to bag or with or share the same profession as. Outside of that, not very many people seem to like me, or maybe that's what I tell myself. I know this one person that I was talking about earlier. I know for a fact she doesn't like me. But other people, maybe I'm just a little bit paranoid, and I should be less paranoid, because you gotta be able to trust some people. Not that I trust any of them, but like trust that they like me a little bit, because I want to be liked. I want people to think I'm dependable, and me missing days and being late is not the way to do that. However, I get the impression that really the only people that care were my superiors, as it were. Aside from that, I'm pretty sure not that many people cared that I came in like 15 minutes late on Saturday, because I was there, and I did everything else very well the rest of the day. So I don't think they needed to worry about that too much. This thing needs to stand still because it's been moving for the entire round, and it's been annoying. So sit there and be happy with your life. Anyway, this is a pretty long recording, so I'm probably going to kill it here for today, because I got to get a video out by Friday, and this is the only recording I have for this week. Usually I get like 2 recordings done in a week. I edit one, post one, get another, so I'm pretty safe on that. But this week it's not quite the same. I'm short of recording, so this is the one that you're going to see on Friday. I used to post on Saturdays, but I don't do that anymore because because I know Mr. Beast will post on Saturdays, and there's no way anyone's gonna click on my video while he has one out. Not that many people click on them anyways, but just so you know, that's why. The new thing that I want to play on the channel is a game that I haven't played before on the channel. It has a flat version, and I'm pretty good at it. I'm really good at the flat version. I'm really good, actually, and I'm never played the VR version before, and so I think that it'd be really fun to try that out for the first time after I make a video on the flat version of the game, and then I'll segue into this whole lovely series of that game. And that, I feel like, would turn out to be a really good plan for some content. I'll do like one video of that, and then I'll do another one of maybe like Blade and Sorcery, Hell Split, Bone Lab, Boneworks, etc. I'll do one of those, and from there, we'll keep going until I finish with that. There's my dog in the background. You can hear her smacking her chops. So do consider subscribing, liking if you're feeling just as good as you are when you subscribe. Like it. It doesn't cost anything except a Google account, which pretty much everybody has now. So do that. Make sure you click right over there, guys. That's the video I posted about the perils of driving. It's actually one of the best videos I think I've ever made, so make sure to check that one out. And over here, you could check out my first ever YouTube video that I posted. It got like 500 views, so go get it to 1,000 for me. And right here where I'm standing, let me move over. Right over there, you can hit the subscribe for me. That'd be excellent. I don't know what I'm bopping to right now. I'll figure out the music afterwards. But subscribe, watch those videos, because I know you've got the time, and have a great day.